From Saturday to now, do you think, well, what is your feelings on the direction the team's heading? And were you happier with how they played today than they did on Saturday? I'm sorry.
No, I thought we didn't have a good performance. I thought it was a poor performance. And I think you could see the fatigue levels on our players. I mean, it's tough to get that Wednesday so early. That first 90 that some guys play shocks the system. Today, we have Justin Dillon coming off of food poisoning last night. So he was questionable for today. We're lucky he got through 45 minutes. Amando Moreno on a cramp at 55, and then Toomey with a tight hamstring. So we got to be smart as well this early in the season. But I think fatigue played an extreme factor. I think we were sloppy on the ball. I think we were sloppy in a lot of areas, and we're lucky to not concede in the first half.
Talking about some of the positives, Brian, obviously that first goal in the fourth minute, it's a great way to start the game. We know the quality that Amando and Justin have as forwards, but how impressed were you with Toomey in the link-up in that game, in that goal?
I think the first goal was fantastic. We wanted Amando to be a bit higher in this match. I used him a little bit more in the diamond against Hartford, just because we anticipated a higher pressing team to overload in midfield. And this one, we knew the pressure wasn't going to be as high, so can we keep them up high together? But I think it was a fantastic goal, fantastic link-up play, and a fantastic individual effort, and good to get Amando on the locomotive score sheet in the second game of the season. So that's positive.
Absolutely. Can you tell us anything about the health of Petr Petrovic, Joaquin Rivas?
Yeah, Rivas is dealing with a back issue. It's kind of day by day. We're hoping that we can get him started, but it's been an ongoing issue with him. Petrovic is dealing with a little bit of inflammation in the Achilles area, so it's a pain type thing. So, that's what I can say about those two.
So what are you going to prioritize from now until Saturday? Obviously, Saturday is an early kickoff.
Just recover. I mean, I can look at this film. I didn't think our organization was good defensively or offensively. We're not going to – I'll look at a few things, and we'll take some subgroups and go through some more individual things. We got to prepare for Louisville, but it's not the result we wanted or the type of play that we wanted.
You got a goal there early, and then you guys created opportunities there later on, but you guys don't manage to get another one. Why do you think that is?
I think it's a variety of a few different factors. I think their goalkeeper is good, and I think he made some good saves, 2 or 3. And I think, unfortunately, right, we had the sub 2 forwards out pretty early in the game, or 3 if you count Toomey Mushabani. So, in the later stages of the game, I had a Rune up there for a little bit with Zacharias, and then I had to switch a Bark up there because I wanted to get some pace at least in behind. But we were limited in what we could do to really be threatening, and we were from the defensive side as well. We had to get pushed down to concede space because our legs just couldn't get pressure on the ball. So we made that decision to try to be more compact at times, because I thought in the first half they were making a mistake, and they were hitting long balls, and they were very dangerous.
First of all, congratulations on your goal. I know it has to be kind of a gut punch that you lose the lead late, but you get off the schneid pretty early, and that has to feel good, right?
Yeah, I mean, for me, my objective was to try to score as quickly as possible. I think just talking to the guys, that was kind of maybe an issue last year, trying to just get on the scoreboard as quick as possible. And for me, whenever I'm at 100%, I know that's when I got to take advantage, because once the game starts to die down, it's harder to get a goal. So, I mean, I'm happy. I went with my gut when I saw the goalie kind of leaning way too much to the left, and just did my part to get in there.
Well, it was a nice backheel flick to get you the ball by Justin Dillon,
Yeah.
and then you basically turned on the afterburners and with the ball left the guy in your wake. That's
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprisingly quick. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I think the connection that I have with JD, Justin Dillon, is fantastic. Like, he's a kind of player that likes to play off with whoever's with him, and I need that kind of player, to kind of highlight what I do best. And I know like it's only the second game. I mean, I wish we could have won these first 2 games, but there's so much good that we have, especially the connection between me and Justin, who were both the forwards, and I think that's where you really need it. And I mean, I've been in situations where that hasn't really clicked, and it's hard to get going. But luckily, I have someone like JD, and I know it's going to be very successful for both of us this season.
Amando, obviously, you're thought of as like the marquee signing for El Paso Locomotive this season. You're coming from New Mexico United, this club's biggest rival. How did you decide to make that switch that some might kind of side-eye up north?
Yeah. I mean, for me, like, this is a profession that wherever the opportunity is best, you just got to take advantage. There's no hard feelings with them. Like, I love all the people there. I think what New Mexico does as a club is fantastic, but this is my new chapter. So for me, like, being here and doing as well as I can with the ability that I know I have, that's my main focus. And I just hope, like, everyone understands that, there's no bad blood, like, I'm not the kind of guy to be bad-mouthing someone, because, like, I was there for a long time, so it was nice. But like I said, this is a new chapter for me, and I'm just trying to stay as focused as possible, get as many goals as possible, and hopefully win a championship.
I mean, does it help you settle here at Locomotive with all the Salvadorans, with Eric, with Joaquin, and then now Garay coming in?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely great having players that you played with before, especially coming from the national team. But I just think I've played in the league long enough that I've played with most of the guys. Like, for instance, Bolu and Arun. Like, I grew up playing with those guys, like in the academy back in New Jersey. So having that connection too is fantastic. That's why I feel so at home. And being able to do it here in El Paso is great. Me and my family, we're loving it here. We think it's great. We love the city, so we're really excited to be here.
And just in terms of like what the team needs to do to take that next step, what do you think that is?
I think from what I've seen these first 2 games, and especially during preseason, like, I don't think we should really get too much in our heads what we should, like, I don't know how to really phrase it, but leading up to the whole preseason, the connection we've built with so little time, I mean, it's kind of long, but with little time in terms of playing a lot of games, I think it's there. Like, sometimes we create these plays that I'm like, wow, like, you don't get this until, maybe mid-season. So I don't think we should really get too down. Or so. Obviously, like, we have to close out these games. Like, we have to keep that lead. But, I mean, we're all adults. Like, a lot of the players, and especially in our back line, are very experienced, So they know that. And those are just little details we have to fix. But I think in terms of how we are as a group, it's going to be good.
All right, Amando, just unas preguntas en español rapidito. Okay. Obviamente, pues hoy no se dio el resultado que deseamos aquí nosotros, pero anotaste tu primer gol para Locomotiv. ¿Cómo se sintió metiendo ese gol y abriendo tu cuenta con nosotros?
Fue un día ya que quería lo más pronto posible. Pero no nomás el gol es lo que me motiva para jugar. Quiero hacer todas las cosas bien, quiero dar asistencia. La manera que juego es muy importante para mí, pero obviamente teniendo ese primer gol ya me siento un poquito más relajado ya poder meter el primer gol, pero sé que van a venir muchos más.
Y moviendo para adelante, pues en este juego, ¿qué viste tú que faltaba antes de que llegara mi próxima pregunta?
Sí, yo siento lo que nos faltó un poco más fue concentración en el aspecto que sabíamos que nosotros estábamos cansados. Venimos de un partido el sábado que estuvo difícil y sabíamos que íbamos a andar un poco lentos y eso nos afectó un poco. Pero en cuestión de cómo jugamos, yo siento que todas las piezas están ahí con los jugadores que tenemos. Solo es un poco más de consistencia en esa parte de concentración. Eso es lo único que yo siento que nos falta.
Y ahora, enfocándonos en el sábado que viene contra el Louisville, es un juego bien temprano. ¿Qué es el enfoque para ustedes como los jugadores antes de llegar a ese partido el sábado?
Pues para mí todos los partidos que podemos jugar lo más pronto posible es importante. Obviamente teniendo la mentalidad que va a ser un partido duro porque no tenemos tanto descanso, pero eso es parte de nosotros, nos tenemos que adaptar. Tienen un buen equipo y nosotros nos vamos a enfocar en lo que podemos hacer bien.
Están hablando del juego contra Louisville. Hay conversaciones en el vestidor entre los muchachos que van a venir los de Louisville y ustedes ya van para el tercer partido y ellos no han jugado ni uno. ¿No hay nada de conversaciones en el vestidor sobre eso o está el equipo?
Pues ahorita la verdad no, obviamente hoy el enfoque era contra Monterrey, pero ya sabiendo eso va a ser difícil. Ellos van a estar frescos, entonces, como digo, la parte de concentración, sabemos que no vamos a estar al 100, pero cómo nos podemos adaptar en esas situaciones para sacar lo mejor posible. Sabemos que podemos meter goles, sabemos que podemos tener posición, pero es esa parte que yo siento un poquito más de concentración, que sabemos que no vamos a estar al 100, como se dice, pero yo no estoy preocupado. Tenemos un buen equipo y sabemos que lo vamos a sacar bien.